contents of 4 of them were limbs, lower limbs, which were amputated from the knees downwards. And there were 2 right legs and 2 left legs.
In the heart of Nairobi, Mukuru kwa Njenga slums, the Kware dumpsite was a scene of bustling activity until July of 2024, when it became the epicenter of Kenya's darkest serial murder case. A tip from a local woman haunted by a recurring nightmare led to the site where the horrors lay buried beneath the layers of garbage.
Josephine aliniletea ndoto, nilimwona alikuja kwangu, alipokuja kwangu akanielezea, akasema, akaniambia, Paris, kwa nini watu wanakuja kwa nyumba na unawaambia story yangu kunihusu? Nikamwambia ni sikujua, singeweza kuongea juu ilikuwa ndoto. Akaniambia, akaanza kunichapa, akanichafa. After hapo nilishukania kama nilikuwa nimesimama kwa mlima na akanionyesha dadangu, mimi nakaa pale na kulikuwa na circle fulani ya wanaume karibu 5 wameweka circle hapo mali chini.
The bodies, decomposed and dismembered, were found stuffed into sacks. Initial police investigations uncovered 9 corpses, but the stench hinted at a deeper atrocity. What began as a routine police call-out will soon unravel into one of the most chilling crime investigations in Kenya's history. Residents thought the smell came from rotting garbage. They never imagined it was human remains. How could this happen in our community? How does a dump site in the heart of a city become a mass grave without raising alarm? And who was responsible for such a heinous act? The trail led investigators to Collins Jumaisi, a 30-year-old resident of Kware who lived barely 100 meters from the dump site. A forensic analysis of a victim's stolen phone tied him to the crime. Arrested at a local bar while watching Euros 2024 finals, Jumaisi shocked the nation when he confessed to killing 42 women over 2 years, beginning with his wife in 2022.
On interrogation, the suspect confessed to have lured, killed and disposed 42 female bodies at the dumping site, all murdered between 2022 and as recent as last day, 11th of July, 2024. Unfortunately, and this is very sad, the suspect alleged that the first victim was his wife.
Inside his house, investigators found an array of incriminating items: a machete, gloves, sacks similar to those at the dump site, and even personal items belonging to the victims. These discoveries painted a grim picture of a premeditated murder. His confession, however, left many questions unanswered. Was he acting alone? Could a single individual execute such a widespread campaign of horror unnoticed? Is Jumaisi a lone predator or just a tip of an iceberg within Nairobi's underbelly of crime? Despite his confession, Jumaisi's lawyer, John Ndegwa, painted a different picture. He alleged that his client was tortured by police into confessing to the crimes he did not commit. These claims cast a shadow of doubt over the investigation, especially given Kenya's history of coerced confessions.
Yeah, yesterday we were treated to some circus, and today as we come to court, would expect that whatever evidence that was paraded, it will be produced to court. What was paraded yesterday is enough to
Critics and activists expressed skepticism, asking why authorities had not identified any accomplices if Khalusha truly killed 42 women. The public grew worried, with whispers of a potential cover-up spreading across Nairobi. Could systematic failures or even corruption within law enforcement be protecting others involved in these gruesome murders? On August 20th, 2024, Jumaisi and 12 other detainees escaped from Nairobi's Gigiri police station in the early hours of the morning. The group, including Eritrean nationals held on immigration charges, reportedly cut through a wire mesh to gain their freedom. The escape raised eyebrows. How could such a high-profile suspect slip through the hands of law enforcement? Critics accused the police of negligence, or worse, complicity. Calls for accountability mounted, with some demanding an overhaul of security protocols in detention facilities. Weeks have turned into months, and Jumaisi remains at large, fueling speculation about a cover-up to protect more powerful individuals. Did Jumaisi escape through his cunning, or was he assisted to ensure the truth about the murders never came to light? Amid the controversy, the community at Kware grappled with trauma. Families of missing loved ones flocked to the scene, hoping for closure. Activists accused authorities of failing to protect vulnerable women in Nairobi's informal settlements. These murders are not just about one man. They reveal the systematic neglect of women's safety in communities. How many more lives must be lost before we see real change? Can justice truly be served in a system plagued with inefficiencies and corruption? The Kware murders are more than just a criminal case. They are a reflection of Nairobi's dark side, where poverty, crime, and systematic failures collide. For every body found, countless others remain missing. Their stories untold. As Nairobi moves forward, the victims of Kware demand one thing: to never be forgotten. Their stories remind us of a need for vigilance, accountability, and compassion in the fight against violence. In the face of such darkness, how do we ensure that the light of justice never fades? The Kware murders have a haunting scar on Nairobi's history, a painful reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring strength of justice. While we may never fully comprehend the extent of this tragedy, we honor the lives lost. 42 women whose stories were silenced too soon. To their families and loved ones, we extend our deepest sympathies. May their victims rest in peace, and may their families find solace and healing in the pursuit of justice.